Hi there, everybody. I'm Reverend Dr. Larry L. Macon, Sr., pastor of the Mount Zion Church, and I'm here to tell you that something dangerous is happening right now before our very eyes, and too many people are sleeping through it. They are guttering and have already gutted to some degree the Voting Rights Act of 1965. And it's just not politics, it's personal. For years, key protections that stopped discrimination at the ballot box have been weakened. States are changing voting rules, closing polling places in black neighborhoods, purging voter rolls at unprecedented numbers, and making it harder for everyday working people such as yourself to vote. And somehow they call it, quote, election security. Now listen to me. If my vote was not powerful, they wouldn't work so hard to stop me from using it. That's like somebody, for example, putting 3 locks on an empty refrigerator. Nobody does that. If there's no value inside, why all the protection? The very effort to silence us proves our voice still carries a lot of power. You know, my good friend and mentor, years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. reminded us that voting is just not a political act, it is a moral act. He marched, he bled, and sacrificed because he knew the ballot box was tied to justice, education, jobs, health care, and even human dignity. And I believe Dr. King would say today, don't get tired, don't get distracted, don't get frustrated, don't turn your frustration into silence and say nothing. Because silence has never liberated anybody, so don't keep quiet right now. And there's 3 things we must remember. Number 1, our vote is our voice. When black communities vote together, policy changes, schools improve, judges get appointed, and resources flow differently. And history has already proven that, from Montgomery to Atlanta to right here in Ohio. And when we move together, things starts to shifting. Secondly, confusion is the new suppression. You see, folk don't want always to use fire hoses anymore. Now they use confusion, long lines, misinformation, and exhaustion. And the enemy of progress today is discouragement. Folk want us not to vote, as if my vote doesn't matter, your vote doesn't matter. But if it didn't matter, nobody would spend millions of dollars trying to control it. Thirdly, we must turn pain into power. We cannot just complain online and disappear offline. Posting is not organizing. Tweeting is not transforming. We need education, unity, strategy, and participation. And know this, democracy is like a prayer. It works better when you do it consistently. Listen, family, this is not the season to retreat. This is not the season to get tired. This is the season to rise up. The dream of Dr. King is not dead, but it is under attack. And as my good bishop would always tell me, the pressure may be heavy, but heaven still responds to people who refuse to quit. So stand up, speak up, and whatever you do, show up and vote up. Because our ancestors paid too much for us to become spiritually quiet and politically absent. You see, the fight is not over. But the future is still being written, and you can write the future still, even in the midst of this oppression. And we still have power. All we have to do is use the power we have here in the United States, here in Ohio, here in Cleveland, and above all, here in the African American community that I lead and pastor in, with, of course, a few other folk. Join us at Mount Zion as we continue telling you, keep on rising and keep on moving. God bless you. Have a great day.